The biggest thing about the ketogenic diet when it comes to the general population is that there is little or no evidence to support it, Tewksbury said. The primary group that the ketogenic diet has been studied in are children with epilepsy, and it has been shown to be very effective in reducing seizures in that population. What is Keto Resources? Keto Resources sustenance has everything related to starch cuts and increasingly fat. Trailers charge 75% of day-by-day calories from fat, 20% protein, and just 5% starches. It is thought to cause ketosis, a metabolic procedure that doesn't contain enough starches in the cells to deliver vitality, so your body makes a ketone and consumes fat. The inquiry is whether you will go into a ketogenic state or not, or a low-calorie, low-carb diet that can be effective. They eat next to no vegetables, little organic product, no oats, no meat, however little. The question is whether you will go into a ketogenic state or not, or a low-calorie, low-carb diet that can be effective. They eat very little vegetables, little fruit, no cereals, no meat, but little. Keto recipes are mainly a diet containing fats, developed to achieve and maintain a truly ketogenic condition. If Keto Resources is achieved, it can lead to short-term weight loss, but the ketone diet is very restrictive, which makes it difficult to achieve and maintain compliance. I believe that perhaps the greatest thing is the factor of feasible improvement, whether it keeps pace with it, regardless of whether it is protected to drive into equal parts a year or 1 year from now. He told Casella. I've seen this with a bunch of our patients. They attempt it for a month or two, at that point they get in shape, and after that, they return 3 months and have that weight back and more since it isn't adjusted. How does Keto Resources works? You can proceed with your Keto Resources sustenance inconclusively and do it as a weight reduction plan for a brief time frame or inside and outside the cycle. High-fat nourishments are required, proteins from moderate to awful sugars. Vogel offers a few hints on the most proficient method. To begin with, keto, initial steps are educated about sugars and becoming more acquainted with great fats. Before you start trying different things with high-carb vegetables in a characteristic neighborhood in a store, discover nourishment for the meat and locate the shrouded sugar. You cannot expect that the yearn for sugar will vanish right away. Rather, utilize cordial keto treats, for example, dim chocolate with nutty spread. In the primary week, you may encounter side effects of starch insufficiency, for example, muscle throbs, cerebral pains, weakness and mental mist, thus, hunger. To start with, attempt a huge, thick tidbit, for example, bacon or cucumber with the expansion of avocado. Since your Keto Resources diet happens in the 2nd and 3rd week, you will feel much improved. Before long, little starches and high-fat nourishments will be progressively normal since they will end up being a propensity. In the 4th week, you can get in shape, particularly on the off chance that you are physically dynamic and stay on course. Picking a keto technique makes it simpler to pick the correct nourishment. What will you learn from Keto Resources? The tremendous drop in carbs left me starving that first week. To constrain myself to 25 net carbs, I needed to supplant conventional carbs with tree nuts. 1/2 cup of macadamia nuts is 2 grams, vegetables, 1 cup of broccoli is 4 grams, unadulterated coconut chips, a 1-ounce serving is 5 grams. This is what everyday suppers regularly resembled: breakfast, a protein smoothie, or eggs with a side of avocado, taking consideration with egg whites, which increment protein. Lunch, a major plate of mixed greens with heaps of dressing or avocado, or zucchini noodles with pesto and barbecued salmon. Supper, wild salmon with broccoli, kale or spinach, broiled to compensate for any missing fat, or generous mushroom soup, with veggies, cream, and margarine, bone stock to fulfill, filmy, or grass-nourished meat on a low-carb wrap with a huge amount of cooked veggies. Treat, overlook it. I attempted to skirt after supper eating, however in some cases delighted in a no additional sugar coconut bar. Tidbits, nuts, dried cheddar, jerky or no additional sugar coconut chips. On the off chance that I got eager at 12 p.m., I had 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Pros and cons of Keto Resources. It is straightforward and easy to peruse. The normal weight decrease is in the sheltered extent of the 2 to 3 pounds step by step. The body progressed away from an entire grain and bean-based fiber diet. Keto Resources offers an unconditional promise for consumer loyalty. It is accessible just on the web, so you need a web association with getting it. Keto Resources is the best of all other thinning items. There is no compelling reason to buy pre-bundled nourishment things with this arrangement. Sustenance is valuable in decreasing body weight. Conclusion. While the transient impacts of the keto diet appear to be certain for weight reduction, a few specialists exhort alert. Truth be told, this eating routine positions as the best diet plan. Why? Since medicinal specialists state little is thought about the eating routine's long-haul impacts. We don't have the foggiest idea of what happens when you eat so a lot of fat, thus few carbs after some time. All these will be clarified in detail with Keto Resources Diet. Specialists likewise recommend to individuals for the best ketogenic diet. So Keto Resources sustenance savvies to check with your well-being first for fit and sound way of life. Numerous individuals have profited from this book. It offers an unconditional promise for consumer loyalty. Snatch it now before the offer closures. The product purchase link is given in description box.